What's up you guys, it's your boy Hayden Huynh, back in another video, and today I'm going to show you my Michael Jackson vinyl collection. Okay, before we get into the video, I'm not a vinyl collector. I have no idea what I'm doing with these vinyls. So if you are considered a vinyl collector or vinyl connoisseur, please forgive me on my handling of these vinyls. Alright, let's get into the video. Now, I don't really collect vinyls, and to be honest with you, not a lot of physical media when it comes to MJ, but this has really caught my eye. In one of the past videos, I have shown you my Michael Jackson Thriller vinyl, but it wasn't an original vinyl. It was actually a reproduction from 2016. But special thanks to a colleague who actually collects a lot of 80s and 70s and a lot of vintage stuff. We struck up a deal and we decided to buy for $350, which is actually considered quite a steal because at least one or two of the vinyls go up for 800 bucks on eBay. We have decided not just one, not just two, not just three, not just four, not just five, but 6 Michael Jackson vinyls, which are from the years it was created. So these are one-of-a-kind vintage records for $350. Yes, could it be a kick to the scrotum? Yes, but all in all, I think it's worth it to have vintage MJ records that, you know, are not sitting on the shelf. Well, technically they are. I don't have a record player, but these are literally a piece of history in which they go up for like quite a steal, and I'm so happy to own them in my collection. Now I just got to get a vinyl record player. So if that sounds interesting, let's get into it. Now with vinyls, I have to be really delicate with it because even like the finger oils, I might get them quote unquote scratched, meaning that it won't play. But I'm going to do my very best to, you know, show it to you and preserve the quality of it, and hopefully down the track I can get a vinyl player and put these vintage Michael Jackson vinyls on a player and just listen to the quality from that year. I'm not too sure the schedule on how I've uploaded this video, but I have a separate CD collection, which is not the video that I recently made. Okay, that sounded a bit weird, but I initially have a CD collection video that I've made it, but I'm thinking of making a redux because I've actually picked up a lot of Michael Jackson CDs for dirt cheap. Good old eBay. Damn, I actually do think I have a problem collecting Michael Jackson merchandise. And I always ask myself, why am I always broke? This is the reason why I do this to myself. Who knows, maybe my Michael Jackson collection might be worth a lot of money. Look, it makes me happy. I don't know about you, but it makes me happy. You know, I could be doing drugs. I could be doing alcohol, but no. I'm collecting one of my many heroes in life, which is Michael Jackson. But before we get into the video, I'd like to thank our channel sponsor, which is Trident Store. If you use the offer code HUYNH10, you can get 10% off your purchase. Links will be down in the description below. You can see that Trident Store has a lot of MJ items to offer. Now, instead of me waffling, let's get into the vinyl records. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show them just like this, but I'm also going to add some overlay footage on top. So let's get into it. So the first vinyl that I've got is, it's upside down, but it's the MJ Club Megamix. Now I'm going to take it out of the original sleeve. Oh, here we go. As you can see, it's got some paper to protect it. But I'm going to take it out like so. It's got this like old vinyl smell. I'm not surprised because it's made of vinyl. But yeah, I'm going to put the sleeve down there. The sleeve's just a generic black sleeve. And what we've got is if you can focus, the MJ Club Megamix from 1995. Now, I think that the story goes that this is a promotional only, not for sale kind of thing. And this is when DJs used to play, I know, right? DJs used to play the 90s era style dance mix pop fusion kind of thing back in clubs. And when people were like, let's play MJ, that this is the DJ set in which they'll use. So we've got A side and we got a B side. It's literally the same. And you can see that it says MJJ Productions, Epic Records, and the MJ History logo on it. So I actually don't know what songs are on here actually. But you know, if I do a Google search, surely someone has done a rip of this. But damn, this vinyl actually feels so flimsy in a sense where I could probably snap it and go. but this is the first record, which is the MJ Club Megamix. And you know, this is what the sleeve looks like. It's literally just black. So I'm just gonna put this in before I actually do more harm than good to it. And it sits in like that. Maybe I should also get a crate for these vinyls as well to be the more retro hipster kind of look. But yep, that's the first vinyl done. The second vinyl is the Jacksons era, which is Going Places. Now, to be honest, I'm not a Jackson 5 / the Jacksons collector, but I thought that, you know, might as well just take the opportunity. This is the album Going Places. Now, even though it has some songs that I do know, you know, I actually pretty clueless. I call myself a fan. But I actually rediscovered this album from that Michael Jackson Off the Wall documentary by Spike Lee, which they mentioned this album.
And Going Places. We try to write songs that people do all the time, or people say things all the time. People say that all the time, so you know, enjoy yourself.
So this is what the front looks like. This is the album art. This is what the back looks like. It has, you know, all the credentials as well as the song names. And I think because in typical vinyl fashion, this folds out like so, and this is the full front and back piece. And you've also got, so if I open this up, you've also got this really cool insert cover piece of the Jacksons on motorbikes. Close that. This is actually an original Epic Records, 1977. That's pretty cool. And this is where the album is actually in. So this is where the vinyl record's actually stored, in this sleeve. So it looks like it has a lot of lyrics. So this is side 1. And this is side 2. Damn, for 1977, this is actually really good quality in terms of, you know, the condition it is. And we take the vinyl out of its sleeve. Check it out. A genuine Epic Records, oh, that's upside down. Genuine Epic Records from 1977, and this is what it looks like. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? So this is side 1. Actually, technically this is side 2 because it says side 2. And this is side 1. How awesome is that? I'm literally holding like pieces of history in a sense, like I don't want to fuck it up. Really cool. I'm really excited just opening all this stuff. And you know, because I'm a passionate MJ fan, I really don't want to let these records go to waste in a sense where, you know, I've seen some record collectors, oops, what was that? I've seen some record collectors in which, you know, they've just store it over the years and they don't really take care of it. That's embarrassing because it actually didn't go in. I'll just put it in here. But I've seen that record collectors, you know, they have all these awesome records, but the condition of it's really bad because they haven't been stored properly. Well, that's the Jacksons Going Places. All right, the next is we've got the Destiny album. How cool is this? I really like this artwork actually. It kind of reminds me of the Victory. Actually, maybe the Victory was inspired by the Destiny album, but this is what it looks like at the front. It has really cool about the peacock at the back. And this is also present in that Off the Wall documentary where they explain what the peacock represents and all that stuff.
You hear us talk about the peacock a lot because the peacock is the only bird of all the bird family that integrates every color into one. And that's our main goal in music. When you go to our concerts, you see every race out there and they're all waving hands and they holding hands and they smile and they're dancing and all colors. And that's what's great. That's what keeps me going.
And they also mentioned that, you know, this is written by the Jacksons except for Blame on the Boogie, which is by another Jackson. The video will explain what it's all about.
Produced by the Jacksons, all songs written by the Jacksons. Well, Mick Jackson, a white kid that lived in England, wrote Blame It on the Boogie. He didn't lie. His name is Jackson.
But yeah, 1978 album, geez, what, it's in fantastic condition. So I'm gonna open this up with delicate care. I'm questioning my own handling on these vinyl albums. Look at that, that's pretty cool, hey? Got all the Jacksons and, you know, these are kind of like their own little key art. So funny story about this little key art is that, you know, a friend of mine, her mum was a huge MJ fan and that she actually has this album, but the Michael cutouts actually cut out because what people used to do is they used to cut it out and put it on their walls. But the funny thing is, they actually moved houses. So literally they have the album and all that stuff, but Michael's somehow, you know, around Sydney, Australia in the CBD, just at someone's place. Maybe he's been chucked out, I don't know. But that's a really funny story and, you know, I have to say that my Michael's hasn't been cut out. Overall, the condition of these vinyls is pretty good. Let's actually look into the vinyl album itself. So we open up the sleeve just like that. Oh, this one's a thick thick material that this is actually made of. It's like, it's not flimsy, it's very thick. And this is side one of the Destiny album. So this is what it looks like at the front. And then side B, it's literally the same, but with, you know, obviously the different song name. But yeah, this is the Destiny album from 1978. How cool is that? Let me just put it back into its sleeve. And yep, that's the Destiny album. Next is we're going back, way back to the Jackson 5 era. This is the album Maybe Tomorrow. It's very vintage, as you can see at the front. And at the back, you know, just black and white printing and all that stuff. Never got into the Jackson 5 actually. More so, you know, when they were growing up in the Motown era, and even during the Jacksons, like the early Jacksons, I never got into it. Maybe I should get into it. I call myself a fan, but you know, I don't even know the earlier works. I'm more of an MJ fan, but you know, Jackson 5 still cool. Printed in the USA. That's just crazy. I think this actually folds up. Oh, no, this doesn't fold out actually. This is no folding out feature. Oh. Okay, this is quite strange. So it's in this little sleeve, the vinyl record, and I think it's one, since it's the earlier ones, maybe they didn't have enough resources for printing, but wow, this is an Epic Records. This is way before. I was expecting a Epic Records label on it, but this is what side one looks like. This is what side two looks like. This is from manufactured under license from the Motown Record Corporation. So this is way earlier before, you know, Epic, I think. 1974. I was not alive during then. But yeah, that's a really cool album. And I'm going to put it back in before I actually do more harm than good. But the cool thing about these vinyls is that it's just a nice statement piece in the collection. And it just goes to show that it's just vintage. It's one of those aesthetics that you can't really replicate. Surely you can get reproductions as well. Having the real deal from the real year, it's really awesome. And now we're skipping to, you know, the niche that I love collecting, which is strictly Michael Jackson. No offense to the brothers. Actually, that's a lie. We did the first MJ Megamix from 1995 as the first vinyl, but we're finally getting into the albums that I really love the most. Oops, I think I just spoiled. But the next one is Off the Wall, the original 1979 vinyl record. So this is what it looks like at the front. And actually the back's a bit weird because, you know, it just says, you know, the set list and all that stuff. But the cool thing about these records is it actually folds out. So if I, with gentle, I don't want the vinyl record to pop out. So as you can see, when you pop this out, this is what the whole, uh-oh, I don't want the vinyl. Okay, cool. So this is what the whole vinyl record tab cover looks like when it's out. Zoom it out a little bit. So yeah, that's really cool. It's literally the album cover, but vertical. So that's what the outside looked like. But if you do it inside, this is where all the lyrics are attached. And yeah, such a retro font for the 70s. Well, early 80s now, because it's 79. But yeah, really cool. Now you know what the actual lyrics and what he's saying. Because sometimes when I'm listening to MJ, I'm like, huh, what did you say? But yeah, you can finally realize what he's actually talking. But inside it's really cool because I actually had a quick peek before looking in, and there's heaps of goodies inside. So for the cover, if I just take it out, look at that, still in its like original plastic packaging. Now there's two elements of it. I'll put the vinyl aside and we will review this paper. Now you're probably thinking, Hayden, what is this? But if you flip it out, it's a really cool color print of MJ from the music video, She's Out of My Life. For 1979, this is like perfect conditions, almost like it's brand new. Can't wait to put this on my MJ poster wall shelf mirror, and it'll look really cool. Hopefully there's no like scratches when I put it on and all that stuff, and hopefully it doesn't get tattered, because actually upon thinking about it, I might just put it back into the vinyl slipcase. But yeah, we'll get rid of that and I'll show you the vinyl record. So this is what the vinyl record looks like in the plastic case. Now this is I think this is a dedicated vinyl record cover, because you know the actual plastic case is like circle. So this is Epic Records Off the Wall right here. So this is side one. Pretty cool, isn't it? And this is side two of the album. Yeah, this doesn't feel as flimsy as the other vinyls. I'm not too sure. I'm no vinyl connoisseur. I wish that these vinyl reproductions were actually cheaper. They don't sell for cheap, but it's maybe like a wall decoration of like all the vinyl records stacked up. That would be really cool, but also a lot of money. So that's Off the Wall done. Now the next day are double whammies. We've got both Thriller albums. One is the original 1984, 1982. fake fan. And we got the 2015 reproduction here. Literally they're the same. I've reviewed this earlier in my channel, so you know, it's literally the same, you know, with all that stuff. Nothing has changed. The album hasn't grew legs and walked around. But yeah, we're not going to be reviewing the 2015 one because, you know, I've already done it. And we're more interested in the 1982 pressing of the original album. So how cool is this? Michael Jackson, arguably at his prime. 1982 Thriller. With this awesome promotional sticker, the album of the year, multi-Grammy award winner. And I think that's a serial code or a barcode. And this is what it looks like at the back. 1982, crazy. And the cool thing is, it says management, Joe Jackson. So I think that this is the time where MJ was migrating between, you know, Joe Jackson managing him versus his next manager, I think Frank DeLeo. And yeah, produced by Quincy Jones for Quincy Jones Productions. I think that this is the original pressing because different versions of the 1982 Thriller album actually had different writing at the back and on the disc. So enough about the cover, let's open this up. Got the classic MJ with the tiger. So if we just open up the sleeve case now, also got some awesome goodies in here as well. So as you can see with the vinyl in, you know, once again, a vinyl plastic covering, we got some sheets here and we've also got some exclusive music sheets and a poster. Let's get into it. So straight off the bat, this is an original 1982, which is from Warner Brothers Music, which is actually the Billie Jean sheet music. Now check it out. Because I also play keyboard on the side as well, now I can finally play. Look at that. That's like original sheet music from 1982 and 1983 from Warner Brothers Music. With, you know, the chords, piano sheets and all that stuff. That's really cool. And the previous owner who had this, you can see that there's also pencil marks on it. So that's pretty cool. And it says, Billie Jean Michael Jackson, words and music by Michael Jackson, recorded on Epic Records. This is literally sheet music, which is like $2.50 as well. Look at that. It says $2.50. And it's by Warner Brothers Music Australia Proprietary Limited. And yeah, that's really, really cool. Next thing is a mystery sheet. Now, what do you think it is? Well, similar to Off the Wall, it's a promotional poster. And this is really cool. It's because, drum roll please, this is what they used to promote the Thriller album back in '82. Michael Jackson Thriller. This is the original cover for the Beat It record. And it says, includes Billie Jean, The Girl Is Mine, and Beat It. And it also has, you know, the promotional text as well as the album cover. You can tell that this is an early pressing of the album because it actually doesn't mention Thriller. It just mentions the first few singles, which was Billie Jean, The Girl Is Mine, and Beat It. Literally doesn't talk about Thriller. And I think later down in the pressings, you know, 1983, so on and so forth, they mentioned Thriller in the ad.
Michael Jackson is back in action with his new album, Thriller. Thriller, Michael's new album featuring his latest hit, Billie Jean, plus his smash single with Paul McCartney, The Girl Is Mine.
The girl is mine.
Michael Jackson's Thriller. The excitement never lets up.
Available at all Sam Goody stores for $6.99 LP, $7.49 tape.
Now, similar to the 2015 reproduction, this also comes with the lyrics, which is, you know, The Girl Is Mine picture as well as the lyrics. And we've also got the Thriller drawing as well. Compare this to the reproduction. This is actually a much more flimsy paper stock when compared to a much more thicker cardboard stock. And last but not least, the holy grail of Michael Jackson collectors, an original 1982 Thriller record. Check out sleeve. This is side one of Thriller. And then we flip it over. And this is side two. The biggest selling album of arguably all time. Actually, statistically speaking, yes it is. A 1982 original, not a reproduction, an original of Thriller is in my hands. That's pretty wicked. And yeah, that's basically an original Thriller album done and dusted. So there we go. I think 6 records all in all, if you count Thriller as a double. Original Michael Jackson albums, you know, literally, look, it's a thick, thick, thick stack. But there you go. That's it. That's basically kind of like a tour about my vinyl collection. I have no idea how to use vinyls, to be honest with you. You know, like if you're a vinyl expert, like seriously, you're probably thinking, why is he handling like this? Why is he showing it off like this? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a vinyl collector. But yeah, hopefully I get to find a record player so I can play these vinyls and hear the original sounds from the year it was produced. And yeah, that's about it. A really cool collector's piece to, you know, spice up the collection. And yeah, it's just like, it's crazy owning the Michael Jackson albums that I've heard a million times on my phone, but it's really cool to seeing them from the years it was produced. But yeah, that's all from me. Hope you enjoy, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you around.